All right, here we go. Here we go. Let me plug the joint right quick. Most guys are clueless about women's true sexual desire. Let me say that shit again. Most guys are clueless about women's true sexual desires. Now, I'm going to share a clip with you guys to kind of illustrate my point with this. And there's a couple of other clips that I've shown previously. I may or may not show those again so I can further expound upon what I'm trying to get across with this particular drop. Most guys are clueless about women's true sexual desires. Let me do this right quick before we get off into this. Here's the problem with most guys when it comes to women and sex. This is what most guys do. A lot of you guys, you tend to romanticize women and sex, right? A lot of you guys, you tend to want to separate men and women as far as how we view sex. That's a mistake. It's a mistake to separate men and women when it comes to how we view sex. It's not smart. And because guys tend to do that, an example of what I mean is this. Like, you'll have certain guys say, it's natural for a man to desire variety, but women are built to only be with one man. That right there is a myth. That right there is a fallacy. That right there just isn't true. And I say that to say this. There are men out here who don't like variety. There are men out here who prefer to be with one woman at a time. There are men out here who don't indulge in casual sex. Believe it or not, there are men out here that believe in sexual exclusivity. So to say it's natural for a man to desire variety when there are men who don't, it's a falsehood. Just like when guys say, oh, it's natural for a woman to desire only one man at a time. No, it's not true. The evidence, the preponderance of evidence that the opposite is true. Women desire variety just like men do. Now, there are women out here, right? There are some women who prefer to be in monogamous, sexually exclusive relationships. Also, there are women out here who don't really indulge in casual sex like that. They prefer to have a profound emotional bond or connection first, just like there are men who prefer the same thing. Here is the reality for both men and women. Most women out here, meaning most of the women that you guys will encounter, just like most men out here, or a good number of men, ladies, most of the men that you will encounter, most people, both genders alike, engage in casual sex to one degree or another, some more than others. That's the truth. Both men and women enjoy sex, and they don't have to be in a relationship to want to enjoy it. They don't have to have a profound emotional bond or connection first. That's the reality of it. Most guys are clueless about women's true sexual desires. Guys, women love dick. Women love dick. Now, while it is true that there is a good number of women out here that will love to be in a loving, healthy relationship with one man, until they find that man, guess what they're going to do? They're going to engage and indulge in casual sex activities. And in many cases, they're going to enjoy some new random dick. I know you guys don't want to hear that. I know you don't want to hear that, but it's the truth. Most guys are clueless about women's true sexual desires. Again, Most guys tend to romanticize what they believe a woman's relationship with sex should be, which is to deal with or describe in an idealized or unrealistic fashion, make something seem better or more appealing than what it is. Now, angelic. A lot of guys tend to want to see women through an angelic lens of a person exceptionally beautiful, innocent, and kind. Most guys want to see women like this, of a person exceptionally beautiful, innocent, or kind. Most guys, this is how they view women, or this is how they want women to be. They think a woman's default setting when it comes to how she deals with sex should be like this. Angelic, right? Of a person exceptionally beautiful, innocent, or virtuous, or kind. Here's the reality of it. Women love sex. They love it. Now, again, you will have pockets of women here and there that only engage in sexual activities with men they've known for a while. Maybe they do prefer a profound emotional bond or connection. But the majority of women, no, that just ain't true. It just ain't true. And guys need to wake the fuck up. Most guys are clueless about women's true sexual desires. So let's go ahead and get into this. Give me just a moment. We're going to pop this video in. Again, my aim is to show you this one video. I might show you more than one. Hold on real quick. Sit right here. Yeah, here we go. Peep game.
The truth. And I found out that men can't handle the truth. Y'all say women can't. I would literally tell a guy, all right, I just want to fuck you and that's it. And they would look at me like I'm crazy and they would take it as a joke.
Because nobody believe in that shit. Who says that?
Yeah, niggas say shit like that.
Women will literally tell men that they just want to
No
have
woman
sex.
no woman says that.
Yes, they do.
You're the only one that said that.
No, I'm not the only person.
Point them out. Where they at?
I don't know all the bitches of the world.
Man, they don't.
I don't know all of them.
That.
I can only speak from an anecdotal. Yeah, right. My friend Yessie's one of them.
Damn.
She's in a Discord.
Her whole name.
So what?
Hey,
Okay, so the guy said women don't talk like that. By and large, they might not necessarily articulate themselves like that, but women do in fact think just like that young lady. A good number of women, I'm not going to say all women, but a good number of women, most women, the majority of women out here, they think just like she do. I just want sex. I don't want nothing else from you, right? And here's the reality. Hold on real quick. For a lot of you guys out there, what did a young lady say?
You can't handle the truth.
Hold on.
You can't handle the truth.
That's the truth. Most guys cannot handle or deal with women's true sexual nature or their true sexual desires. Let me show y'all something. Hold on real quick. Let me show y'all something. I got it right here. And this is case in point. This is case in point. Right here. So my boyfriend and I have sex once a month. It's not like I don't like sex, but I don't want our relationship to be centered around sex every time we meet. I love him very much, so I need to set standards for him to see value in me, but deep down, I crave sex every day. Recently, I've been seeing this guy. I don't love him. I don't see my future with him, so I feel comfortable having sex with him every day. I don't mind if he sees me as a whore. I'm just using him to satisfy my urge. Basically, what she's saying right there is the same thing that the other lady was saying. Sometimes women just want to be dicked down. That's it. They don't want your attention beyond sex. They don't want any romantic outings with you. They don't want to speak to you on the phone needlessly. They just want you to come through, beat it up, and dip. And there are a lot of women who have that same mentality. Let me tell y'all a story. My ex-wife, when we were still married, of course, right? She told me a story about this guy she used to deal with, right? So she's saying that she was telling me that she's dealing with this guy and that she just viewed him as a fuck buddy. That's all she viewed him as, was just a fuck buddy. So what ended up happening was, and of course, this is what she's telling me. I wasn't there. I can't confirm it, right? She ended up telling me that the guy, he felt some type of way about the fact that she wasn't blowing up his phone, that she wasn't sweating him, that she wasn't all on his dick. His ego got the better of him. Why? Because he couldn't fathom how a woman could just fuck him and not be attached. He couldn't understand it. A lot of you guys, you can't fathom having sex with a woman and her not being all on your dick, calling you, sweating you, wanting to see you all the time, falling in love with you. He couldn't fathom why he wasn't getting that type of energy. So what he did, because he got into his ego, he started calling her more often. He started telling her shit like, I miss you. You know, when we together, it means shit to me. So a lot of times when I don't hear from you, you know, I feel some type of way. You know, I want to get close to you, but I feel like you're not allowing me to get close to you. So then he started offering dates when before he wasn't. And then eventually she started coming around. She started really desiring the non-sexual intimacy he had introduced. And then once she started to crave his attention a little bit more and wanting to see him a little bit more outside of just sex, he ghosted her. And he did that because he got into his little bitch ass feelings. So he felt some type of way because she wasn't blowing up his phone, missing him, calling him. So once he started spending time with her non-sexually and kind of got her going down that road of calling him a little bit more, he ghosted her, right? All because he was triggered, because he wasn't getting that energy. So once he started to get that energy, he felt like, fuck you then. You know, I got to do all of this just to get that energy. Guys, sometimes women just want sex. They don't want nothing else from you. The problem with a lot of you guys is you take it personal. And the reason why you take it personal is because you believe that a woman's default setting is to either, one, have a profound emotional bond or connection prior to the sex, or you expect a woman to develop a profound emotional bond or connection after the sex. Most guys think like this. You think that it's either going to happen before the sex or it's going to happen after the sex. A lot of guys think that a woman's default setting is to either want to be attached to a man before fucking or that she would automatically get attached to a man after fucking. This is not true. It's not true. It is not true. Now, you do have some women where they have this romanticized view of sex as well, right? There are some women that have this. But the reality of it is a lot of women don't. It's more common for a woman to just want sex and nothing more than it is for a woman to automatically get attached to a man simply because you fucked her. That's not reality. This ain't the fucking movies, and this for goddamn sure ain't high school. And a lot of you guys have a high school way of thinking when it comes to how you think women are supposed to view sex. This is why guys lie to women. This is why guys lie to women and pretend like they want more than they actually want. This is why guys lie to women and give women the misleading impression that a relationship is just on the horizon, because they believe that women are predisposed to want to automatically have a relationship with a man simply because he's fucking them, simply because she's fucking him or he's fucking her. That's not true. It's just not true. So let's go back. Let's go back here. Let's go back up here. Hold on real quick. Where's this joint at? Right here. So let's break this down. Let's break this down. So my boyfriend and I have sex once a month. It's not like I don't like sex. See, she is concealing her true sexual nature from her man. She's hiding it, right? Again, it's not like I don't like sex, but I don't want our relationship to be centered around sex every time we meet. What is she doing? She is controlling the narrative. She is consciously and purposely setting out to control his perception of her. He wants her, let me see, she wants him to view her a certain way. Let's go back to this. Hold on, let's go back to this. Where's it at? Right here. And see, this is why you got to be careful as a man. She wants him to view her a certain way as angelic, exceptionally beautiful, innocent, and kind. She wants to control how he views her, and she's using sex to do it. And a lot of you guys, right, this is a mistake that you make. Once a woman realizes you're the type of guy that you get caught up on a woman's sexual past or her body count, and you're very judgmental, and you're the kind of guy where you tend to assign or attach value to a woman that you think is virtuous, women are going to play that role. This is how you guys get tricked and fooled by women. Women who pretend they don't like sex. I don't even know you like that. I got to get to know you. We got to date for a while. I don't just be fucking like that. And a lot of you guys, if the woman is beautiful enough, if she dresses modestly enough, and Lord forbid, if she play that I'm a Christian card, all she got to do is do those things and play that role well, give you motherfuckers a Golden Globe or an Oscar award winning performance, and you motherfuckers will eat it up. You will believe it. And the reason why you believe it is because you are predisposed to automatically wanting to think of women in a lofty way when it comes to sex. You want a virtuous good girl. So all a woman got to do is play that role for you, right? If she's the type of girl that don't really go out like that, she don't really drink, she don't smoke like that, she ain't got a bunch of tattoos and a bunch of piercings, and she dressed very modestly, you guys are more inclined to believe that facade. And that's how you motherfuckers get got. Most guys are clueless about women's true sexual desires. Guys, here's the reality of it. Most of the women you encounter love dick. And they will definitely indulge in casual sex with a guy they just met. Last night, a week ago, 2 days ago, 10 minutes ago. There's a lot of women that are down to fuck like that. When they encounter a man that they are sexually attracted to, they down to fuck just like that. The reason why a lot of you guys can't see it is because you've never been the guy that women gravitate to sexually on a regular basis. When you're fucking multiple chicks a month and they're all chicks that you just met, listen to me. Listen to me. When you can go out every fucking weekend and damn near pull a new chick and have sex either that night or the very next day, and you can do this consistently week in and week out for months at a time, for years at a time, you know the truth. You know the truth. And then when you know other guys that can do the same as you, where you guys are literally, yo man, when you, I'll put it another way, fuck it, let me just get raw with it. When you can have sex with 3, 4, 5, 6 women in a week, within the same week, and you just met them, when you can have sex with 2 or 3 women in one day, and you just met them, either the same day or a couple of days prior, and you can do this shit with regularity, you understand just how much women enjoy sex. I've had women that I dealt with. Listen to me. I've had women that I dealt with that were just like the young lady in the video. Now, they never told me, I just want to fuck you. See, the reason why a woman will have to tell you she just want to fuck you and just it, because you're game goofy and you don't understand the assignment. But when a woman is dealing with a player, a certified player who don't get attached, who ain't pussy whipped, who ain't sweating broads, she ain't got to tell him what it is. He know what it is. Game recognized game. Even when a woman and a man who just met each other and all they want to do is have enjoyable sex, say less. What's understood doesn't need to be said. So a woman who's dealing with a man and she knows that man is a player, that man got options, and she know that man is the type where he don't get pussy whipped and he don't sweat chicks, she ain't got to tell him that shit. I've had women that I dealt with where I was just their boy toy. I was their human dildo. They never had to tell me what it was. I knew what it was. She knew what it was. And the only time these women would call me or text me was when they wanted some dick. They never called me and said, I miss you. I want to see you. What are we? What is this thing that we're doing? No, the only time they called me and hit me up was for a sexual rendezvous. And the only time I called them and hit them up was for a sexual rendezvous. And it was beautiful. Most guys are clueless about women's true sexual desires. I'm out.